Hey everybody! I wanted to do this video to help you with how to pack a hospital bag. And actually this is not a video for the person who's going into the hospital, but for the person who is going to be left sitting in the waiting room. Been there, done this many times, and as I was getting ready today, I realized, there's a lot of people that could really benefit from the tips and the tricks that I've learned over the years of sitting in the waiting room for days on end. And so I just want to share this stuff with you. So the first thing that I want to share with you is to go ahead and pack a peppermint stick. A peppermint lip balm stick, and I hope you can see that there. And this doubles two different ways. The main thing that you want to do is to save room, because you're not going to have a lot of room in your bag. So you need 2-for-1 kind of products. So this is an essential oil peppermint stick, and that's all it is. So you can use this one of two ways. You can use it for a lip balm. And you can also, let's say you're getting a headache sitting and waiting and worrying. So what you can do is just take the top of that and go ahead and put some on your temples and on your forehead. And that can really go a long way to get rid of a headache when you're sitting in the waiting area. Another thing that I've noticed, and I hate to even say this, but everybody in the waiting area is not going to be, sometimes, let's say they have an aroma if they've been sitting in the waiting area for several days as well. You can take some of this and put it under your lip, and that way the smell won't get to you as bad. I hate to say that, but it's true. And this can really save you when you're having to sit next to somebody who's making it uncomfortable in that environment. The next thing that I want to mention is you need a couple of essential oils to take with you. Anything that has German chamomile, and this is a really good brand to get German chamomile from. I get a lot of neck pain when I'm sitting for a long period of time. And so what I usually do is I wait until the bottle is almost empty of the German chamomile, and I add some olive oil in it. That way it's not so strong when you put it on topically, but you're going to just dab a few drops there, rub it into the back of your neck or your back, because those chairs in the waiting room can be really rough. I always like to take, and this is Young Living, and again, I'm not, there's none of these products I'm being paid for. All these are things that I use that I'm just going to share with you. So this is Young Living Lemon Essential Oil. Now this functions in several different ways. For one, it's a really good pick-me-up in the middle of the night when you need to wake up and go in and help your loved one. So what you can do is you can take a Kleenex and put a few drops on it and just kind of wave it under your nose and smell of it, and it helps to revive you. Another thing that I found with the citrus oil like this, and you can use lemon, you can use lime, you can use orange, but if you put it on a Kleenex and put it in one of those little bath basins and put it up underneath your loved one's nose where they can inhale it very deeply, it really helps to quell after anesthesia nausea. Really good for that. And if you don't have any of these, for after anesthesia nausea, you can use the peppermint stick as well. So that can be a 3-in-1 type of thing that you can use. Now, one thing that I like to do, this particular oil from Young Living, I use for protection. And everybody knows I'm a psychic medium, so I'm big on psychic protection. And one of the times that you're not in control of your aura is when you're under anesthesia. And so what I like to do, along with the prayers of friends to protect the aura of the person who's having the procedure, I like to put a drop of this oil in a carrier oil, say a little bit of olive oil, and then just put it on all corners of the body. Just a tiny, tiny bit, not much at all. And that energy goes a long, long way to protect the aura of the person who's undergoing the procedure. So, and that's one thing we don't think about. We don't think about the fact that your energy is wide open when you're under anesthesia. So not only do we have friends that pray for healing and energy to restore the body, but we also have friends that pray to seal the aura off and to prevent it from coming under attack at that time. So that's a really good one to use. Another good pick-me-up is, now I use this spray, it's Evan Healy Rose Geranium Facial Tonic. This is a really, really good pick-me-up. And in the morning you can also use it after you cleanse your face, and I'll go over that too. And the nice thing about this glass bottle that it comes in is you can refill it. And one of the things that I like to refill bottles with is like a witch hazel and an essential oil. And sometimes I like to use a spritz of witch hazel and orange essential oil from Young Living. And you just spray it on and it just lifts your spirit automatically. You get a rejuvenation, a little bit of revival. And you're going to need that when you're reaching 12 hours sitting in a waiting room. You're going to need that. Okay, so let's say you've been up all night, okay, and you're sitting in this waiting room, and you can't leave because the doctors may come in at any minute. And I've done this several times. I will wait till I just can't stand it anymore, and the very minute that I go to the bathroom is when the doctors show up. Every time. So you're gonna want to look good when the doctors come around. You don't want to look all haggard and gross. So there's some things that you can do in the waiting room to kind of spritz yourself up. Because, I just got so paranoid about leaving because I would always miss them the very minute that I left. This is one thing you're going to need to take with you is a dry shampoo. I really, really love this one. It's got a real light coconutty fragrance. Now, it will show up white, but one thing that you can do with this, you see how that does, is take a towel and just run the towel through it or run your hand through it. And that will get that white reabsorbed. And you're going to smell a lot fresher. And you're going to feel better too. And it gives a little body to the hair. So it's really, really nice. There. See, you just keep rubbing it and that white will go away. Now, you can get some dry shampoos that don't have that white powder in them. This one really absorbs the oil, and I find it smells better than the others that don't have the powder in it. So, that's just my preference. Okay, makeup-wise, what are we going to do with this? The one thing I like to do is to use a BB cream. This is the one that I use. And I've got it on right now. And you can see it looks really natural. It's even. Touch up is easy. And this is a one container, one-stop shop. One container. That's all you need. You don't need anything really heavy because as you're sitting in the waiting room, you're going to be rubbing your eyes and rubbing your face. And oh my gosh, trying to wake up. So you don't need a heavy makeup that's going to smear and gum all over the place. So this is really good. Now, since you're going to be waiting overnight and you won't be able to take a shower, one of the things that goes a long, long way is be sure you take a toothbrush and toothpaste. You can run real quick to the public bathroom where you're at, brush your teeth, you're going to feel 100% better. So be sure, if you can't take a shower, be sure you take this with you, okay? And I wanted to say a little something about this toothpaste here. This has, it feels like a little granules in it almost that really, really scrub the teeth clean. So after waiting in that waiting room all night, you're gonna need a little debridements. And this, I really, really love this, and I use this. So just so you know. Okay, now hang on just a second. I'm gonna show you the most important thing that you can take with you. So this is one of the most important things that you can take with you. Now, I used to take something like this to where I could wipe my face off, reapply my BB cream in the morning before the doctors came in and just kind of freshen up. But then I discovered, you know, if I was there and I couldn't go and take a shower, this you can't use down there. So, because of the additives in it. So then I discovered this. And they're just personal cleansing cloths, and they're flushable. So, and they're non-scented. So you can use these here or there or there. It doesn't matter. And these are only like $2 a pack. So they're not very expensive at all. And these are invaluable. Like, let's say you're eating out of the vending machine and you need to wash your hands off, but you don't want to leave and go to the bathroom. Just pull a couple of these out, wipe your hands off, and put them in the trash can. Which brings me to another point, is I always take a couple of Walmart bags with me. One I use for trash, because you're not always going to have access to a trash can. And the other one I use for dirty undergarments. When, let's say, I can remember going to sit with my mother and I couldn't leave to take a shower because of her situation. So what I did was I took extra undergarments in my hospital bag and I went into her bathroom and just kind of sponged off. I used these also. And I just did a change of underwear and kept the same clothes on. And another thing, if you're having to keep the same clothes on, be sure to get one of these spritzers in a really mild scent. Because one of the things that you can do is just spritz your clothes the next day and kind of air them out. And that way you feel a little bit fresher until you can get home and get that shower. And it does help you feel a whole lot better. So let's go into the other room and look at some of the other things that we're going to have. Okay, I'm going to take you with me. And you're going to want to wear really, really cool loose clothing. So one of the things you're going to want to do is to wear, one of the things you're going to want to do is just to wear really loose, comfortable clothing. And this is what I've picked out for Monday. My husband's having a heart cath. You're going to want to have a lot of loose change with you. I wouldn't take ones because a lot of those machines, the ones can get stuck in there and then you're kind of stranded with nothing to drink. So take a lot of change. Take all that excess change from home and put it in a Ziploc bag and put it down in your hospital bag. So, and then two, you can put the change down in here in the pocket. You're going to want to take something that you can layer. Like this is sleeveless, but yet it's a sweater too. Because you never know, you know, is it going to be really freezing in the waiting room? Is it going to be hot? If you have a lot of people in the waiting room, it could be really, really hot in there. Okay, so let's go over and see some of the other things that I'm going to take. And I'm going to put the camera down on these, so, and then I'm just going to talk about them. So one of the things you're going to want to take is a couple books. Get something easy to read, and something with pictures. I don't like to use my tablet or my phone too much because if you don't have a place to charge your phone up, you need to save your battery, or you need to bring extra batteries with you, okay? So I like to spend most of my time reading a book and save the batteries on my phone to contact my family and let them know how things are going and whatnot. If you're staying overnight in the waiting room, you want to get one of these because this is a comforting, soothing eye pillow that's just going to drown out everybody around you. And that's what you need. That's your little private space that you're going to need. So by all means, get one of these that has, some kind of soothing essential oils in it. And that will go a long, long way to helping you get a little bit more rest in the waiting room. If you can, take your charger with you and earbuds. If you're going to work on your tablet, let's say you can work on your tablet and get some things done from work. You don't want to interrupt everybody around you. So go ahead and take earbuds. And if you can plug your phone in, keep it plugged in as much as you can. And keep up with your charger. Sometimes when we get upset and in a hurry, we forget and we could leave our charger behind, so make sure that you remember your charger. Now, as far as a bag goes, this is about the size that I use for the bag that I'm taking to the hospital with me, because you can put your tablets, you can put your books, and it's tall enough to put the dry hairspray, the dry shampoo in, and a few toiletries. And what I would suggest is the smaller toiletries you can put in a Ziploc bag and put down here. And then things that you need right away, like your charger and your earbuds, can go in these outside pockets right here. Don't forget your quarters. And I hope this little video helps you. And we'll do some more videos. Hopefully we'll get through Monday, which is the Heart Cath, and I will keep you guys up on what's going on. So, kisses from Kentucky. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.